Hello. Hello, Argenta Murdy, Yellow Mash, Jared Rupp. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Taka. Let's go across. Let me see. Hello, Rio. How's it going? We don't need to do Sky Leap today, right? Let me just double check. It's Friday. There's no way unless I missed a day. Yeah, no, we're good. Need to charge my phone though. Hello, Samuel. Let's see. Let's go here, go home. Daily rupee. Click. Wow, it's rare. And then casino. You got the Labubu yesterday. Oh, congratulations. Into co-op missions. Assemble. We'll watch the PoE reveal as well in a little bit. Because I have not seen that. Hello, Rika. And I think the GTA stuff came out too, right, chat? I have zero interest in GTA, but since it's GTA, I might watch. Hash content, exactly. Co-op quests done. Into showdowns. Into hard pro. Wait, is Takamori killing everybody on screen at the moment? Defeat them. Hello, hello, wide try. PoE, yep, I'll watch that. I think the GTA one came out too, so I'll watch that as well, probably. I heard the GTA one broke Twitch, chat. Did you guys hear this too? Oh, it's not on YouTube until 11 a.m. Oh. Wait. So they broadcasted on Twitch too? I'm confused now. Twitch broke, so I had to watch it on YouTube. Twitch was like full broken. Huh. Also, Taka's on 10 kills, but they're also on 1 HP. Kill them quick. Okay, they're dead. And their reign of terror is over. Hello, chat. So no matter what I do in Hexa, I always get 4 pearls and I have to pray for the other players to be better than me. Is it reasonable to just hold off at 40? If there is no max elixir that you can leech. I don't understand. What's the issue? Sorry. Akura's been calling Hexatura a gummy worm because it looks chewable. That's all. I wonder how Rev feels about that. Is today the last day? It is. Okay. So let's we'll do our full autos as we as I do this. As I watch the PoE trailers and stuff. I die to 40 if there's no player using Alexiel, and my own doesn't help because it's just 2 stars. Do you have a Grimnir? 2-star Alexiel isn't going to save you. You should not be using 2-star Alexiel. 0-star Grimnir. Do you have that? I watched one of your videos anymore. You said Kengo wasn't good anymore. I don't believe I said that exactly in those words, and there was probably context attached, but are you referring to the class tier list VOD? Did you watch that one? I need to know under what context I was talking about this or why you got this impression. Are we winning? Hello, Flunring. I'm doing Sanchira Anduria and Sevobara. Grimnir is one of the summons that I'm missing. You can just click Sanchira 3 then. Just use this skill. Just save this for 40. This gives you unchallenged for 1 turn. You'll take 0 damage at 40. Hold on to your second one. I don't think, no, you won't have time for that. It's 16 turns. Just don't click it until 40. Like, it's an Ogi team anyways. You just wait till 40. Oh, she gets it back at 6 stacks. Right. I forgot that happens. Yeah, just click it the first time and then save it the second time. Yeah. I forgot. Sorry. My bad. You might be stupid. Don't worry. This is very common, Degrox. Like, a lot of people see Alex and think Alex is like the only way to pass 40, but there are so many different ways. I'm honestly a little resentful of Alex because like Alex was just the first solution that people thought of at the time because it makes sense, right? We don't know how 40% works. We don't know what's going on, so we'll just bring in Alex because it gives us 100% cut and he doesn't nullify cuts. But we have so many other methods, right? Like, you are not alone in thinking that Alex is like the only way to pass 40. Use Colossus Shield. Yeah, I want to suggest Colossus Shield. I just don't know. Like, I'm sure there needs to be like a certain breakpoint of defense to make Colo work. Maybe it just doesn't do enough damage. I don't know. Maybe modern grids with guard is enough. I just, yeah. But Colo's Shield will be my second suggestion if nothing else works. I don't think it works at lower investment. Yeah, that would be my guess too. Using Hegel. Okay, so you have Switch as well. And yeah, no, I think Colo's Shield is a little sketch. I think 2k is a little too not enough, basically. I'm not sure about Zeus. If you happen to have 5k Zeus Shield, maybe that's enough. I think Zeus would be enough. It was in your podcast. When we were talking about Mercy. In that case, it's more talking about how Kengo is not the go-to charge attack class, if you can help it. If you can choose RF or if you can choose like Onmyoji, you will go for those before you go for Kengo. Kengo's real main power is it enables teams to loop charge attacks more easily. So if that's something your team needs, then Kengo is still very good. But many teams and many good characters are able to do this without Kengo. And they do more damage too, which naturally means that Kengo is less useful then, right? Because its main power is the ability to let you loop, but then, you know, if you don't need it to loop, then it doesn't matter anymore, right? Like, it's still probably like within top 10. In fact, where was the tier list that we made? Let me find it. Yeah. We made this tier list a couple weeks ago. Couple weeks? I don't know, last week? Time flies, I have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like close to top 10, right? It's still obviously a good class. It's just that if you can choose RF, you would always choose RF. If you can choose Onmyoji, you will always choose Onmyoji. For Mercy doesn't have another class other than Kengo because no other good bow classes exist. Either way, all classes have a niche at the end of the day. Even the ones that I put in like bottom D tier, like pretty much every one of them has seen some weird use. And at the end of the day, you get all classes. You need to get all classes. That's just how it works in Grand Blue. So, all right, let's do the mini games, and then we start FAing these. Oh, actually, let me do this first as well. My Renga mats are ready. I wonder how long this Renga meme's gonna go on for. And are we gonna reach the point where there's new players who didn't watch the announcement, and they're just gonna be like, "What the fuck is Renga?" Chat, do you guys have a 150 set up for me? No. Why not? I saw someone say this, but the fact that CAT Raid Axe isn't used as often when it's good for CA classes, I guess there's no real Axe CA class unless FO counts. But there people use charge conversion, so it's kind of wasted. Charge conversion is a very small subset of FO teams, to be honest. But CAT Axe isn't. I mean, CAT Axe is like a niche pick for various things. You're talking about the fader chain main hand ability, and that has been used for some solos, but outside of solos, you don't need that help basically. But as a grid piece, if you want charge attack, you're probably using the sword instead. Spade is more used for its mix of cap up mods. If your team happens to be something that's dealing damage in a lot of different forms, like the old Chrysler team as an example, that did charge attack, that did skill, that did normal attack. It's a versatile pick, but since it diversifies what mods are useful, then it also means that if your team is focused only on like 2 types of damage, then it's slightly less useful. How many laps did I do? What the hell? Okay. There we go. That's it. And no co-op. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'll start with this. This is easy. Your 150 was 3 turns. Mini game. Oh boy. What is this? Press D. Press S. Wait, what the hell's D? Oh, I see. Okay. Please just shoot. Can I hold it? No, cannot hold it. I'm not allowed to hold it. What am I doing? My shield. It doesn't delete the whole screen. What do you mean? Uh-oh. All right, good enough. As long as you're 1000, you're good. Okay, good to know. I'm wasting so many hits. No. I wasn't 1000. Stick to the right side near the left edge of the purple thing. Wait. Here. Like here? You kind of suck. Thanks. Is it just this? And then you just use CA whenever you can. Aren't I gonna die here? Are you sure about this, chat? Okay, it worked. It worked. This minigame's kind of ass. It's pretty bad. Well, I got 920. How did I get hit there? Oh my god, this guy's zooming. Chat, my finger's tired. I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, we're good. Use your keyboard for this. I am using my keyboard. Does damage amp from grid stack with amp from buffs? Yes. Use scroll click. I don't have scroll click. I don't have scroll bound like that. That's probably the worst minigame. I had to clear 151 of these. Why is mine so laggy as well? They should really make these skippable. Alright, we're on 1000. It's fine. We're on 1000. It's fine. This minigame is my enemy. It's pretty bad. Also, Rev, someone called the Hexatura gummy worms. Do you agree? You can move song near the third barrier and spam shoot. I tried that a moment ago. It didn't work. You mean like here? Or is it somewhere else? Sure, looks tasty. You need to spam shoot really fast. Is my spam shooting not fast enough at the moment? I feel like you have to move here to get through here fast. The Whacker slime is rough. My game's slowing down. My browser does not like some of these things that GBF does. You like the 3-0 mini game? That's the chopping the tree one, right? I think. How many do I have left? I've been here for 2 seconds. I don't want to do this no more. You love the 6 mini game? 6 is fine, yeah. That's just like jump. It's the T-Rex game when your internet goes out on Chrome. It's so easy to get max on it. I think one I don't like is the Uno one, and it's because like if you fuck up, it's just over. Why did I click Fumf right there? It's fine. We're at 1k. I'm just holding. 6 is fine, but if you get like 100 plus of them, it gets old. Imagine if these had like shit rewards, then you wouldn't have to you could just ignore them. But no, they had to put something good in here as well. I'm okay at the Sarasa one, but as soon as it switches to Octo, I joke. Holy high score, chat. 1720, wows. Okay, I gotta be close to the end, right? I did not do that many laps. All right, that's gotta be it. All right, how many? All right, we literally have one more. All right, we're good. Oh my god, come back. Get me out. All right, we're out. We're out. We don't need to do it no more. We out. All right. Yeah, chat. Let me yoink your nightmare setups. I have to change some of these. You're level 30. You're out. And M100s are okay to skip. I skip everything I can. The only reason you don't skip is if you want to over bounty. And I ain't doing that. If you want to do that, go ahead. Okay, but skip this song. Okay, what's in it for me? I mean, not doing the runs. Oh. I don't know, it's free mats, so... You just meant not doing them entirely. No, if you don't do them, your account explodes, exactly. Oh, Celestial. Alright, let's do this. We're just gonna go in with... you. Surely this is fine. Is this overkill? This might be overkill. Let's watch. This looks like overkill. This is overkill. Okay, so we do... Elgion. Oh, thank you. So we swap to Nehan, I guess. It's too many buttons. Don't know what this is. What if we go WO as well? When should you go home today? When I start watching the PoE trailer. Can you stall it for an hour? You have until I finish this this FA setup. I just want to say, by the way, I had the stupid fucking La 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 song stuck in my head all day yesterday. How is that good? Like, in what universe is that a good thing? I guess we do something like this. I don't know. I'm making things up as we go along. I don't even think we need this. No, I've guaranteed TA 78%. Someone give him a 1% setup that he spends 2 hours trying to get to work. And that's just rude. Do we want Nehan here, actually? Where's the treasure hunt, sir? Give me the treasure hunt setups. I'm too lazy to make one. I don't think we need the Vesusio call. Where are my treasure hunt setups? I don't think you'd like the grid I have for mine. I'm curious now. What is it? Any stray Hexa hunters in chat want to save me from Insomniac Bellu? And Solon from Hexatura? You're using a Hexatura FA? How do I search Hexatura? Because I can only type in English. Oh, Jesus, I'm just getting this. Okay, wait, hold up, I got it. This was bait, by the way, this Nautilus one, I just want to say. This Nautilus one was bait. It's not bait, but you have to gimp your grid. Is it this one? Where's the treasure hunt here? Is it just on MC? Fast forward. This one. We really want to do this? Like, really do we want to do this? Also, this is 150. I only have 9 150s. I'm not doing this for 9 150s, I'm sorry. You mean for 100? Yeah, fuck that, yeah. Like, I'm not doing this for 9 150s. I'm just running this. I will for the memes. Well, not for memes, but I will try to improve this one. I don't think we need the Nehan, actually. How many laps do you have? Like under 20, I think. 18, yeah. Can we kick Yoroichi? Yoroichi's sort of slow. She clicks too many things. Actually, I think we keep Nehan, but we cut some buttons, right? So Primal gets to do, what is this, 3+1? Yeah, Primal gets to do 3+1. So I guess, what if I do 4 times your labs? Good on you. Great job. Hexachromatic Manatura for funsies. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 thoughts. And then we turn these off. One, 2, 3, 4. Wows. Surely that's enough. One percented. Surely that's enough. Where's my after turn damage? We have 2 staffers. We'll keep the staff. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, hold up. We can fix this. We can fix this. We've got plenty of overkill in our summons. Did I have Fairy Princess? Goodbye, Belial. I have Fairy Princess now. We got him, chat. No, we did not get him. There's no got him here. And then Artemis is out because you don't need that shit. Give me a Zeus for some extra damage, and then we'll put Lumi here as well. That's the wrong Lumi. You could have finished those 9 by now. No. And now will be perfect. Chat, you know, we talked about this TH nonsense, and then I didn't even turn it on in Journey Drops. Look at that. Easy. Easy solution right there. Light doesn't have a Lobelia Manamel character, right? Not yet. Go spend 5 minutes checking. Why do you want me to waste time so badly? Alright, yeah. I'll do this just for you. NM150. Can I one turn NM150, chat? Am I strong enough? Or am I too weak? Or is NM150 going to be multiple turn nonsense? I think it's going to be multiple turn nonsense. And I'll just take this in later, it'll be fine. Where's my Firecrest backline? I want one for Wind as well. Wind would let you skip clicking Lamarok 1 a lot of the time. At least to maintain his buff, which is nice. You probably still need to click it just to get his S3 up in time. To be fair though. Either way, for W alone, you probably want a way to get it. You hope the backline crest character is a Lamarok ult. That's savage. Have they ever done that? Have they ever made a situation where they've made two characters so good that it feels like you have to choose between them? I don't think so, right? If they have been, they've been good at different points throughout history. Like, if we're considering, like, I don't know, Alex good, then, like, Summer Alex was good at a different point in time than regular Alex. Same Ellie Ultra Rare. You need a summon that has a crest in a sub slot. More summon space. I don't know about that one either. Why is Yukata Elmo the same Ellie? Alright, chat, you have to remind me to turn my Vajra and my Paler buttons back on after this. Okay? Otherwise, a lot of my FAs will fail. Did you get a good Augustia setup? I did a test ball off stream. The only testing I did was on stream. And yeah, the 17 turn one was the best I got, but I did not try dropping Fumf. I don't think dropping Fumf will work for me though. Or at least, I don't think dropping Fumf without adding some other delay character will be good. Is Clockwork a good monitorer? I think so, but it's lower priority than Ouroboros. Fumf is mandatory for sustain. You don't need sustain if you just kill the boss quickly. But the main issue with dropping Fumf is that you lose delay. You lose delay, but if you can make up the damage, like basically, I think if we cut down to like 15 turns, it's fine to drop Fumf. Dropping Fumf will drop the rest of your characters. Okay, so context here is that Ormi can drop Fumf in Primal. Right, but her setup's like 12 turns, I think. Somewhere around there. 13 turns, my bad. Watch her setup, it's on the wiki. So I think we can try, but the main issue is I think we won't have enough damage to kill the boss before they kill us. So I think that's the biggest issue. I think if I can just protect Makura's buff a little bit more consistently, then we'll be good. But I don't know how we do that. Like, I know people are using Kaoru, but I don't have Kaoru. Chat, what if we go back to the Fidel S3 era and then we start with Mugen and then we click Mugen 1? Thoughts? Does the sub keep working after switch? I actually have no idea. Honestly, I think if Pela comes in with 3 stacks, that's enough anyways, though. It's just that sometimes I feel like Pela can come in with literally 1 stack. But yeah, regardless, we need a better solution anyways. That was memeing. Does W on 40 not matter at all? No, 40 lets you equip 3 extended mastery skills. It's the same for all origin classes. Is that listed on the other origin pages? Why do people only bring it up for W? Other classes get it at 30. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's a little different for W. Yeah. W gets it at 40. That's why. Thank you for letting me know. Is Agustia full team? Agustia's AoE autos, right? It's not single target. So we would need sub all if we're doing that. Fuck, I don't think there's multiple turns sub all in light. Other than Vera, right? I think Vera is the only one. I don't think Vera is good enough to justify though. I mean, maybe we try Vera and then she dies and then we bring Makura back in. Like, that doesn't sound awful. I love unlimited try. You're literally baiting me into trying Agustia more. You tried so many characters. How often do you run 3 class skills on W? Like, nearly all the time. Unless it's like a burst setup like this where I'm cutting buttons. It's pretty much always pressed, what the hell is this called? High Chaser. High Chaser, burst refrain, and then I like demonic. Other than demonic, I also think if you just want mist, then you can bring dark haze. It's okay. And then you can also bring crest discharge. as well, depending on the setup. Some setups now bring ether as well. Try to get your Dark Odious working too. Shit raid. Dark Odious. Zamovok? Aetherbane. No, not Aetherbane. Aether Xenoglossia. Man, Laserbird lasers are so good. How happy are you with Hexatura? I think my favorite part about Hexatura's design, like the little Pokemon's design, is like its stubby little legs. Almost completely satisfied, but it should have had a dispel. Right. Alright, Omikin, you've baited one Agustia trial out of me, okay? And then I'm watching PoEs. Trial. No element has been... Don't care. Tier should have been 10% per stack, right? Okay, so what are we doing? We are swapping... I think I have to keep form. I will try swapping Song for Vera. This is like my first time actually using Vera, by the way. Do what Ormikin does and call Zeus. Is that better than Lucy? I think I keep Lucy for the healing cap. In that case, and we drop Fairy Princess. No, I like I said, I think I literally only need to protect a buff at the start, I'm pretty sure. Lucy, I mean, yeah, if you're killing that quickly, Lucy doesn't do anything for you. Like for me, I need the Lucy for other reasons. Okay, awful artifacts, but whatever. So essentially what we're hoping here is that Vera protects Makura's buff for long enough. That's really what we're hoping for. Does Grand Kag delay work? It should. Yeah. The issue with Grand Kag is that she lowers your charge bar gain. IMO. And charge bar gain is important for both Pela and Makura to actually Ogi and get their dodge all. Yeah, in this team, Vera's gonna die and Makoto's gonna come back in. Also, I realized that because of Agustia, our sub-ult does not last 3 turns. I'll try Zeus Call here next. He also didn't get to see if I know about that one. So we protected 1 stack here. If we had less charge bar gain, we could have actually had the dodge already for that. My Payla buttons. I think this team fails on debuffs though. Because this would have been the debuff turn. Like we kicked Song and I forgot that Song was here for debuffs. Like, we're not going to clear this, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, we did. So Vera dies probably next turn. You did your 10 laps, you're done. Nice. I don't know. Like these hits are doing like more than Zeus shield damage as well. Like, would it really matter? Veer's not dying. No, she's not. Warmth is keeping her alive. A lot of damage is from supplemental from the stacks. So you're telling me Payla with 2 stacks, most of the damage she's taking is because of supplemental with 2 stacks? I don't know. I'm speaking from Europa experience. Europa gives 3k shield, and I found like everybody's dying there. Or not dying, but everybody's taking damage through shield as well. How soon is Zeus Call available when it's not when it's just in regular sub summons? Yeah, like that's too late. Alright, I'm finishing records and then we'll do some more Gustia testing. I'm watching the PO thing. I've held off long enough. I want to watch it. Log in. Where is it?
Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2. and today I'm excited to show off our new class, the Duelist, which will be available in the 1.0 release on December the 11th.
It's not in the mid-league, okay. December 11th, 1.0, okay.
But for those of you who just can't wait until 1.0 later this year, after showing the Duelist, we'll also be showing off a new event based on the Ritual League called the Forbidden Rites, which will be releasing next week along with the 055 update. And after all that, a Q&A with Ziggy D to answer your questions from Twitch chat. But not only that, afterwards we'll be going straight.
Hold, let me get some water real fast. I'm out of water. Be right back, 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back.
Straight to the final qualifier for the PoE2 races, the winner of which will be going to ExileCon in November to compete in the finals. But first, the Duelist. Now the Duelist comes with a new weapon type that it's kind of crazy we didn't have, swords. And with each new weapon type, we want to make sure that the playstyle feels different to all the others. So what defines combat with a sword? To us, it's that feeling of flow, from attack to attack, and from stance to stance. And what better place to demonstrate the Duelist's abilities than the ruins of the Grand Arena? The corpses of the dead continue to fight endlessly as the arena collapses around them. And should you get to the center, you'll be able to face Thrax, their champion. The first mechanic we need to talk about is Ready Stance. After using some Duelist skills, you can keep holding the button to ready your blades for your next strike. Normally, your basic sword slash would look like this. But in Ready Stance it turns into a deadly AoE slash instead. Your Ready Stance also has the ability to be upgraded. This is Sand Scour, another Ready Stance attack, and if you stun enemies with it, you'll enter Sand Stance, and using this with your default attack will send out a Sand Disc. But default attack isn't the only ability that can be modified by your stance.
Okay, so this is just talking about default, right?
Like Perforate, for example. This skill is a triple stab, where the third strike sends out drills, bleeding your enemies. But from Ready Stance, you can skip right to the drills. If you use it from Sand Stance though, it will send out—
Was Ready Stance holding the button?
a bunch of mini sand discs from every enemy it hits. Perfect for large packs. Together, these basic abilities give a very unique feel to sword combat. It's quite different than any other class we've made, flowing from ability to ability. There's also some abilities that you can use while in Ready Stance, without breaking it. A good example are War Cries, like this one, Intimidate.
Time to die!
Use it to deliver a cutting insult to your foe, intimidating them and causing your next attack to knock them off balance. Another great ability you can use already is Rending Dash. This movement skill slices through monsters, but since you stay in Ready Stance, it allows you to reposition to the perfect angle to strike. So far, we've been using Sand Stance to tackle these enemies. But what about Blood Stance? For that, we'll need to switch from two-hand to dual wield. Now with swords, we wanted to make sure that the different options of one-hand, two-hand, or dual wield each have their own interesting playstyle. So unlike other weapon types, dual wielding swords gives you the ability to parry attacks. Follow up with Bloodied Blade to enter Blood Stance.
Man, people fucking hate parry.
Attack, you'll create a deadly blood wave, causing your enemies to bleed. And of course, Blood Stance will also work with other skills that benefit from stances. So use it with
parry was
Perforate,
not
example,
great on launch,
and you'll get a bunch
so I don't
of mini
blame them.
blood movers.
I think parry is
Once
much
your
better
enemies
now.
are bleeding, you might want to try out Hemorrhage. This skill creates deadly blood slashes that drastically speed up the bleeding on your enemies. And once the enemies have built up enough blood loss, slice through them with a Rending Dash to consume all the blood loss for a giga bleed.
I was born for this.
Now one skill we couldn't have made the Duelist without is Cyclone. It's an absolute fan favorite, and just like before, when using it, you can spin to win. But this class is all about using stances, so how about we try it with one of those? Use Cyclone from Sand Stance, and you'll be spewing sand discs at your enemies left and right. Great for AoE clear. Now, parry also had a significant upgrade compared to before, and it's a lot more reliable now. But there's also another way to parry monsters that doesn't require waiting for them to attack you. By switching to a shield, you can now bash enemies straight out of ready stance to parry them without waiting for an attack.
Interesting, okay. Parry without parry. Yeah, you just get the parry debuff. This
During
reminds me
arena's
of
heyday,
the
challengers would first have to face
Resto
deadly
area
beasts to test their mettle. So why should
in
it be any
Act
different
4.
now? Before you can face Thrax, you will need to defeat these dangerous adversaries to prove your worth. Another trick the duelist has up his sleeves are buried blades. Earthrend creates blades that slice through the ground towards your enemies, and once in the ground, these blades have a few uses. The first one of these can be done using Charged Slash. The basic version is a simple lightning-infused cleave, but do it from ready stance, and it changes into a deadly spin, sending out lightning projectiles. But Charged Slash can also be used with the buried blades.
Right.
Hitting them will turn them into mini
So currently it seems like you really do want to use the stances. I mean, I'm sure at some point you can maybe scale enough to like not need the stances maybe, but like mechanically doing the stances feels very good. So the question is, how easy is it to get into the stance and how clunky is it really?
Tesla coils.
Like how
Lightning
smooth is
damage
it to get
to
into
nearby
it?
enemies. It seems here we have a warrior who refused to die. I'm sure we could put his equipment to better use.
What the? Mercenaries? Just yoinking.
Quiet. I've no skills in this.
You could also switch to a two-hander to plunge your blade into the ground, sending out a set of 3 blades that explode. But if you use Earthrend first, then you can get even more blades, and the blade plunge will make all of them explode.
Two-handed
If you want an even
maces is
greater
not really a
field
thing
blade-
at the moment, right? I think it's a defense issue, and the moves are too slow, something like that. Most people do like the two-hand with the one, like the what's the keystone called, where it costs double strength. I think most people do that with a shield.
Using ready stance with Earthrend has an interesting effect. Instead of creating one blade, it makes an entire wall of them.
Titan's grip,
You can
yeah.
also hold the blade plunge skill to charge up the swords even further before they explode.
Interesting.
Ooh, watch out
Cool
for those
effect.
chimeras. So for maximum damage, use ready stance into Earthrend, charge them up with Charge Slash, and do a held blade plunge for a massive explosion. But that's not all. Blood and Sand work with the blade plunge too, to empower all your buried blades. Use it with sand to generate continuous sandstorms around all your blades. And this can be a devastating combo to blend bosses. Or use it with blood to create blood pools around each blade. Cycloning through the blood pools will add blood to your cyclone, so that can be a fun option. But while we're talking about that, Cyclone counts as a storm, so it can pick up other elemental ground effects too.
Oh, wow, okay.
Blade Conduit will summon a bolt of lightning to your blade and create shocking ground. And cycloning through it will add lightning to your cyclone.
Well, you can just do
Combine
taming
it
now.
with the blood to get both effects. And of course, it's possible to get blood, sand, ice, fire, and lightning all at the same time on your cyclone. You guys will have to work out a good build for that yourselves. Already you can see from just
People
the
are gonna
tools
love
I've shown
Cyclone.
you, this
Cyclone
class
is
has
always
a lot of interesting combinations
popular.
of abilities. With even just a few skills, there are a huge number of options you can do in combat. Now before we get to the boss fight of this area, there's just one more skill I'd like to show you. World Cutter. Charge it up and unleash the ultimate slash. But that's not all. Like so
Oh.
many of the duelist abilities, it can be further enhanced with blood stance.
I
or
love
sand
moves
stance
like
too.
this, man.
Alright, so those are just a
Okay,
few
so
of the tools the
that's
duelist has
that's
at his
Count Geonor's attack, but Count Geonor has like the extra ice bits, basically. I love moves like this.
Like so many
But
of the
in a game like PoE, they're nearly never great unless it's like a single target option, right? Because it's too
abilities
slow.
can be further enhanced with blood stance.
Like
or
why charge for 3 seconds when you can just kill them in 0.2 seconds is the thing, right? But if it's a good single target,
sand stance too.
I'm happy with that.
Alright, so those are just a few of the tools the duelist has at his disposal.
It creates
So
a
let's
blood
use them
trail,
to
I
face
see.
the true threat, Thrax, the champion of the arena.
Nice parry. Okay, that's cool. And the shocking pillar thing. Run! I wonder if there's shotgun, like if the AoEs overlap. Oh, that's cool. Oh, what the boss does there. Get him. What the hell was that?
Alright, so that's a taste of what we have in store for the Duelist.
Oh, go back,
It's
go
my
back, go
fa-
back. So that's like sand stance? Okay, question, chat. I've never understood what this red bar means. I know it has something to do with bleeding, but I don't understand it. What is it? Is it just how much damage they've taken from bleed? Bleed stacks. I don't understand. Like, are they at this HP or are they at this HP? Is it the low one or the higher one? Like, I think this UI is very confusing. Like, why is this part of the HP red? Like a different red? It's how much damage the bleed will have done when it runs its course. So its real HP is up here then, but if you literally just didn't do anything and let the bleed do damage, then it would go down to here. That's what it means. Did I get that right? So current HP is up here, but if you don't do anything, then the bleed will do this much damage. If you just ran around. Yeah, I think that's very confusing. You believe so? Okay. And then that was some... I know there are some skills like Blood Hunt, I think, as well, that just eats up this, but I never really understood what it did. But now it's bleeding.
So that's a taste of what we have in store.
Alright, let's watch that in full without pausing.
Alright, so that's a taste of what we have in store for the Duelist. It's my favorite class I've ever worked on, and provides a really dynamic combat experience that's just quite unlike any other ARPG. But we also wanted to show what kind of possibilities there are for the Duelist in the endgame. To do that, I'll
It's pending bleed damage. Okay, alright. So the way I described it is correct.
things over to Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile. Today, we're going to go through 2 in-game builds that we've put together for the Duelist made by our developers.
Okay, here's the thing. They're showing all this and then they said Duelist is available in December. That's such a long wait.
Our first build is called the Bringer of Blades, a mighty name once feared in the arena. This build is all about rising buried blades from beneath the ground. Some say each sword created by this build is from a foe slain in battle in the gladiator arena, and from the afterlife, they offer their sword back to you in respect. The bread and butter of this build...
I wish it was... Just thematically, I wish it was not blades coming out of the ground, but like you just summon blades from the skies. Thematically, I wish it was more like that though.
Uses Earthrend, supported by the lineage support Calm's Madness, to maximize the efficiency of creating buried blades. It combines that with the Blade Conduit skill to charge up all the blades with lightning.
Bro,
You
that's
can
too
also
small. I
use
can't
the
read
Astral
that.
Projector to
Converts 100% to lightning, explosions and shocked ground radius at 3 meters, shocked ground durations 4 seconds. Okay.
charge up all the blades with lightning. You can also use the Astral Projector support on it to be able to do so from ranged, if you want to minimize risk and place shock ground underneath your enemies.
Right.
We also have Earthrend supported by Electrocute, so that we can keep the enemies crowd controlled. Then it's just simple. Spam Earthrend, occasionally using Blade Conduit to refresh the charged lightning on all the blades. For stronger enemies, or larger packs, we want to be able to get sand stuns. The best way to do that while clearing is using Combat Frenzy. Simple, now you're generating frenzy charges. With those, we can use Sand Scour to enter sand stuns.
Blind enemies, blah blah blah. While dual wielding, both weapons hit separately with 30% less damage. Okay, so the main thing is that this gives you ready stance. Sand stance if they were heavy stunned or frenzy charge was consumed.
And from
Right, okay.
sand stance, use Blade Plunge to cause sand discs to appear on all of our many buried blades, covering the screen in storms of sand. Of course, you want to use eroding sands too, because as the
Hits from sand disc created by supported skills break armor.
sand discs are doing many small hits, you want to make sure enemies have as little armor as possible for maximum damage. Alongside that, since we're doing lightning damage, we're also going to throw in the new support Sandstorm, which causes our sand discs to become infused with lightning.
Cool.
The other tool we use discs
That's
to
cool.
become infused with lightning, which causes our sand discs to become infused with lightning. The other tool we're using is this support, which causes all your buried blades to add miniature auras that give you damage.
I'm really glad that they do showcases like this now, because like in the past they would just have finished off like after showing like the basics and then that's it. And then you can't think of like shit like this because you just don't have your hands on the class yet, and then you're just like, well, it looks like it stinks because you have to hold the sword for 2 seconds and then now you're in ready stance and now you get into sand stance, right? Like things like that.
To double down on that further, we have this new passive skill Notable, which also causes your buried blades to make you angry, causing you to generate rage on hit while near them. With those, we want even more buried blades. So, let's take it to the extreme. And for that, we have this skill, Rain of Steel,
Oh,
which allows you to call down a whole ruckus of swords, covering the entire battlefield
Ruckus.
with buried blades. It's pretty obvious what to do next. Just use the existing combos, and the entire screen becomes surging with lightning as sand discs run wild.
no, that's pretty cool.
There's more coming even still. Alongside the Duelist, we've made a whole bunch of new epic swords. I mean, just look at them all. This build in particular uses this sword, which causes all your buried blades to be enhanced by Karui magic and
Oh,
become
interesting.
ancestrally boosted. Then, take these new passive skill notables specifically for
Onslaughts.
boosted attacks to improve your efficiency even further. There's a few new ways to boost attacks with the Duelist, and we're excited for you to discover and integrate them into your builds. With all that combined, look at this actual mayhem. Now, we tried to not use unique items on this build, as we wanted to show its potential with just standard gear and skills. But this next one is a different story. So, let's move on to our second build.
Is that auras?
Here we have the Scourge Walker.
I think that's
For this
auras.
build, we wanted to do Cyclone with a twist. For that, we're going to use some uniques, starting with a new sword being introduced alongside the Duelist. Oro's Sacrifice.
It is aura, it's nice.
This sword grants a ton of
This
fire
is such a
damage
classic
at
weapon.
the expense of your physical damage, and grants a new skill called Infernal Step, Infernal Step itself is pretty fun
Oh, it's Frenzy.
and pretty epic. Use it as you
It's
flicker around,
flicker,
burning enemies as you strike them.
Oh my god.
Be wary though. There are both upsides and downsides to using this skill consecutively. Each use gains you a stack of Sacrificial Flame. While this isn't inherently a downside, using Infernal Step while you have Sacrificial Flame causes you to take fire damage, and the more you have, the more you take. So you want
Wait,
to make
that
sure you
sounds
mitigate
good.
as much fire damage taken as possible.
There's so many nodes
In
on the
order-
tree for that, right? Oh no, I think most of them are to do with Ignite. Self-damage is not like a bad thing, as it first seems, though, I
To
feel
do
like in
this,
PoE.
we're using even more uniques. Like these, which have received some changes. Molten Tenet and Zoph's Blood.
Gain as fire, strength, fire res, armor applies to fire, enemies in your presence gain 10% of the fizz as extra fire, interesting, and 10% of fire damage recouped as life, yeah. And then Zoph's. 20% of non-fire damage is taken as fire, enemies in your presence have minus 25, avatar of fire. Okay. Plus a shit ton of fire res.
Then we've just gone and used good armor gear in our core armor slots to stack up as much defense as possible. So, what about damage? We're doing a few things here that are pretty out there. Given we're using Oro's Sacrifice, we're dealing purely fire damage.
What the hell?
However, we still need to be able to bleed for some huge DPS you'll see soon. To do that, we're using this unique ring, Blistering Bond. This allows our fire damage to scale bleeding, instead of physical damage. Our last unique is Barrack's Respite. As said originally, we want a Cyclone, which is a wind skill, and can benefit from elemental ground surfaces. Now, our Cyclone is a fiery vortex. One last thing to note before showcasing our Scourge Walker in action is that Oro's Sacrifice also grants you frenzy charges while at maximum Sacrificial Flame. This will allow us to fold Bloodied Blade into our rotation between Cyclone sessions to get Blood Enhanced Cyclone. Alright, now you can see our basic rotation. First, we use Infernal Step a few times. Then, once we have a frenzy charge, we use Bloodied Blade. This puts us in Blood stance. And then it's simple, Cyclone away. As you can see, we have the perfect harmony of demonic powers. Blood and fire fill the screen. Honestly though, we need to add some horror and flesh to the build to really embrace the fantasy. For that, let's use this new support gem, which we will put on our Cyclone.
Triggers
Given
flesh
we're already
chunks.
bleeding, this can cause enemies to shed chunks of flesh when hit, which explode after a short delay.
Oh, of course.
Check out this ruckus. Oh, and while we're at it,
It's like mini
let's add
detonated.
even more fire by using the Fan the Flame support.
Yeah, I was wondering what was
At
going
this
on
point,
with that.
you
Okay.
can already see how much this is getting out of control. I love it. You may notice we have an excess of frenzy charges. So, you want to throw on Echoing Strikes, which consumes all your frenzy charges to cause our next
just martial
cyclone
artist?
to create a bunch of cyclones. Feel free to add Infernal Cry to the mix, cause why not? Okay, well it's already pretty damn strong, but we can push it further. What about single target? For that, we're going to make use of our second weapon set, and use a one-hand sword and Targe, which grants parry. However, instead of using a regular Targe, we're going to use this Runeforged Targe, which grants us a special version of parry that maintains its stances when used. So if you are in blood stance and use it, you will remain in blood stance afterwards. This includes while using the dashing parry that Jonathan mentioned earlier. We are going to want our parry debuff duration to be as long as possible, so we can spend more time spinning. To get that, we're using another new sword base type. This one adds base duration to parry. We've also then invested into as much parry duration in this weapon set as possible on new passives on the tree.
Interesting,
Now,
okay.
we can make this even better by using a new support that allows our parry to apply Armor Break. And to get it to benefit from our fire damage, we will anoint the Molten One's gift on our amulet. Now, our Armor Break causes enemies to take extra fire damage. So now, we just get into blood stance using Bloodied Blade, use parry, which dashes in, keeping us in blood stance, then we cyclone our way to glory. Don't forget to also use echoing strikes once you get enough frenzy charges. I mean, just look at this damage. You may have noticed we didn't show any Ascendancy classes. That's right, these builds weren't even Ascended, so their build potential goes so much higher. And the Ascendancies are pretty epic. Here's some art to tease them. But to find out more about
It looks champion-y, right? Champion, but not champion, and then... Okay, this looks more like a merc sort of thing, a merc look.
that,
Weapon master, there's so many weapons here, what the hell? Dagger, sword, spear, bow, crossbow, weapon master. Weapon master, I don't think they call it paladin, I think it'd be... Not sure. Slayer, gladiator, champion, yeah. I think they would change the names, honestly. I mean, okay, I think champion could stay. I think this could be champion, the one on the right. I think this could be champion. I don't think this reads to me Slayer or gladiator.
you'll have to check them out when we show them at ExileCon later this year. We hope you enjoyed our Duelist demonstration. We're really excited to have you get your hands on it and start slicing and dicing throughout Rayclast. Now, Path of Exile 2's full 1.0 launch is later this year on December 11th. But if you just can't wait till then, next week we are doing our 055
Next
update,
week.
and it includes a bunch of changes as well as a new event.
Oh boy.
Given that, it's finally time to talk about Forbidden Rites,
Trial
a
of
new
Chaos
event
rework.
based on the Ritual League
Fortress
that will be
completion.
starting with our 055 patch next week.
Wild.
But that's not all. We also have a massive overhaul to the Trial of Chaos, some new in-game Abyss content, and more. So, let's dive straight into it. The King in the Mists and his cultists, left unchecked, have spread their influence. By his will, the Nameless have been performing gruesome rituals throughout Rayclast, all the way from the forests of Ogum to the deserts of the Maraketh, and even Utsal and the Karui Islands, afflicting everything around them with a foreboding darkness. As you can see, they've been quite successful in their efforts, and if not stopped soon, who knows what will become of Rayclast.
Okay.
During the Forbidden Rites event, your goal is to put an end to their nefarious plans. In each area of the campaign, you'll find a ritual encounter. For those unfamiliar, these are effigies that are guarded by the Nameless and their servants. By defeating them within the ritual site, you can then activate the effigy and fight them again as they are revived by dark magic,
Hello,
or whilst
Ray.
various plagues will try to kill you. Defeating the revived monsters causes their blood to go to the effigy to be used as tribute. After the encounter, use the tribute you earned to acquire rewards. These rituals, unlike their in-game counterparts, will not exclusively reward unique items, and instead will give you a bunch of items useful for leveling, like
Why?
currency for crafting your gear
Oh, okay, for leveling.
alongside
Okay,
a bunch
sure,
of equipment.
whatever.
Ultimately, in every area, you get to kill some monsters and then go on a small shopping spree. However, we know people liked having unique item rewards from Ritual, and we wanted that to still be present in the campaign, but we just couldn't give one out in every single area. Throughout each act,
That's fair.
2 times, and once in each interlude part, you'll see these clusters of more epic ritual effigies on the world map. When you reach these areas, you'll notice that unlike normal, the effigies aren't just in a random location in the area, but they're on top of the area's boss fight. By completing these boss rituals, the boss will then be carried forward and added to the next ritual in the cluster in the next area,
In the
where you'll
campaign.
face it as part of an increasingly dangerous series of boss waves. For example, the first cluster you'll
That's gonna be
encounter is
rough.
shown here, containing large effigies in Clearfell, Mudburrow, the Grelwood, and the Grim Tangle. If you complete the ritual in Clearfell, the Hag boss will appear during the ritual in the Mudburrow, alongside the Devourer. Once you've completed that area, the ritual in the Grelwood will include Bramblegast, alongside the Hag and the Devourer. Then, to top it off, when you get to Grimtangle, the ritual in that area will have its boss.
Sounds
the
fun.
Rotten
I don't know if
Druid,
this sounds worth
and
it.
the previous
I'm gonna be
3,
real.
totaling 4 boss fights and 1 epic final showdown. That's where the unique rewards come into play. By completing these epic boss ritual encounters, you then get to spend your tribute on unique items. Given ritual is the content of the league, we wanted to make sure it worked in multiplayer well. Historically, only the creator of the area gets to spend tribute at the end, while your friends just have to watch. We've made some improvements to this experience. In 055, every party member earns their own tribute and can spend it on their own rewards.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
no one has to miss out. In order to make it not too rewarding in groups, we've restricted it,
It sounds
so party
miserable
members
in a
are
fresh
unable to
run.
read
Yeah,
all
this
the shops,
sounds
and they have
rough.
fewer options available to choose from. So that's the campaign and a multiplayer improvement. But what about the endgame? Given that ritual was already available to be added to your maps, well, once you reach the endgame, you'll still have ritual encounters in every area, and they'll still give unique items and omens, but we've added 1 extra mechanic here to add new difficulty and reward heights to your endgame maps. After completing rituals in endgame, you want to keep an eye out for this item, a Sacred Bloom, which you can spend tribute on to acquire. If you happen to find one, you can then use it and apply an entrance to the Wildwood to an in-game map of your choice on the Atlas. Then, when you enter that map, you'll find this entrance at the start of the area. By entering it, you're sent into the Wildwood. You have limited time here, but while in the Wildwood you can find wisps, and you want to follow the trails of them and collect as many as possible. There are 3 different types of wisps: Primal, Vivid, and Wild. When you then have to exit the Wildwood, the wisps are freed and will spread across the map, possessing and influencing many monsters. Primal wisps, when freed, can cause normal monsters to become magic monsters. Vivid wisps, when freed, can add additional modifiers to rare monsters. And Wild wisps add rarity of items dropped to all monsters. If you're
Interesting.
rarely lucky, keep an eye out for these Sacred Wisps. I wonder what they do. Of course, you can gather all 3 types of wisps.
This was
if you
horrible
really
in
want to
Fury
juice
1,
your
or was it?
maps.
Yeah,
And
this
by
is new
using
to me.
ritual tablets, you can increase the amount of wisps found while in the Wildwood. Be warned though, while affected monsters drop better items, the wisps also empower them, making them considerably more
didn't
difficult
mind
to
it?
defeat.
Okay, this is a divine
So,
shrine though.
that's the Forbidden Rites event.
Wait, that
While
was
it
on the
isn't a
rare. I
full
just
league
realized,
in the
not on a shrine.
traditional sense, it gives you the perfect opportunity to start in a fresh economy. For those of you who enjoy having clear
It
goals
was easy
work
to
towards,
overscale. Okay.
this event league also introduces a new set of 8 challenges. These include completing the campaign rituals, defeating named rare monsters, reaching level 90, and more. Completing them will earn you 4 exclusive cosmetic rewards and
I
a
have to
statue
play
for
for
your
the
hideout
challenges?
to commemorate your success. Swarm your enemies with the Locust Footprints effect. And send your foes scurrying to their demise with the Locust Swarm Finisher effect. Fear the dark no longer with your Wildwood Guardian pet at your side,
I have
and
to play
level
for
up
the
in fashion
challenges.
with the Wildwood Affliction level up effect.
I think we can use this as a
Next,
league start
let's talk
league
about
start
the Trial
practice
of
for
Chaos.
1.0 maybe.
Since Early Access launched, we've received a lot of feedback about the Trial of Chaos. It was just obvious that it wasn't good enough. So we've gone through pretty much every part of this trial and made improvements across the board. There's so much to cover here, so let's just fire away with some of the more important changes. Starting with a banger, you can now leave the Trial of Chaos between rooms and resume later at your leisure.
Good.
Alongside improving almost every aspect of the encounter types, we've made far more of the rooms just about slaying all the enemies, instead of the more specific objectives like escorting the statue or implanting soul cores.
Oh, thank
We've
God, get rid of
increased the
escort.
size of that pesky elevator and made them more responsive. We've made the doors between rooms open quicker and from further away, We've shortened the distance between rooms to have less running. We've added a lot more inherent scaling to the area and to the Trial of
They haven't
Sekhmet
talked
too,
about balance
to account
changes
for the
yet.
lack of Atlas Tree. We've made the Trial Master only time freeze to spawn in all the monsters once at the start of the run, instead of in many of the rooms.
Oh, is there no
On top of
balance?
that, we have done a full pass on all the modifiers, making them significantly less dangerous at lower tiers, and rising to the same difficulty at their maximum tier. Additionally, all the modifiers now grant bonuses to item rarity too. The
Thank God.
modifiers now also have better descriptions, being more explicit
They
about
talk
what
about it,
danger
but
you're
no
signing
balance
up for.
changes.
We've also
Balance?
added a
Okay.
new kind of
Realistically, there's a lot of balancing to do, so it's probably a shit ton of work. But I think I would have rather them put some balance changes here because, like, you sort of need time to see balance, I feel.
modifier called
okay.
a wager modifier. These are meta mods that can significantly increase the danger and reward of your trial. For example, this one increases the tier of every modifier already applied to your run, but in exchange for that, doubles all the currency you've earned so far in the run.
That sounds so
There's
dangerous.
about a dozen of these, and they have some pretty interesting effects. Sometimes you want to
Wait,
apply
this
them
boss
early in
fight's
the
different.
run, other times late. They add a very cool dynamic element to the mod selection between
Is
rooms.
it? No, it's the same.
The Uxmal, the Beast Lord
What
boss
the-
fight in the
no, it
Trial
is.
of Chaos, has had its arena redesigned entirely. Less flying, more attacking. The more significant elite
Chimera was so
monsters that
bad.
spawn during the Trial of Chaos are now more dangerous, but more rewarding. Speaking of rewards, you can now also find these chests between each room to get some bonus items for your efforts. And the rewards available when choosing modifiers no longer offer random corrupted items, now exclusively offering only currency items and soul cores.
Oh, great.
And we've done a full balance pass on those too, to make them more powerful, alongside adding some new ones to the trial and endgame.
+1 slam.
Speaking of the trial and
And the
endgame,
rocks.
for those looking for a greater challenge, you'll no longer need to have to stop after 10 rooms. You can now continue all the way to room 30, with the difficulty and rewards escalating as you progress.
Oh.
Combined with the previously mentioned wager modifiers, the rewards of these runs can get very, very juicy. Reaching these later rooms will also allow you to obtain all 3 Trial Master fragments in a single run, giving skilled
Interesting.
players a clear and reliable path towards facing the Trial Master rather than leaving their progress entirely to chance. We've moved the functionality of the wager currency mechanic from magic inscribed ultimatums that could drop from the Trial Master into the base mechanic. This can be accessed at the end of every 10th room. Overall, this is a much more polished version of the Trial of Chaos, and we think it addresses many of the concerns players have raised over the past several months. When we introduced the new endgame in Return of the Ancients, we wanted the journey through the fortress to feel epic, and it was. But your first time progressing through it, it is a massive undertaking. With a fresh economy, we wanted to make the fortress easier to complete, so in 055, we're making some changes. After completing the main questline, you can now just venture out of the fortress and find another Arbiter of Divinity key. By defeating this more difficult version of the boss, all remaining sections of the fortress will be automatically completed.
Interesting, okay.
Now, onwards to Abyss. We're introducing a new
I think that's a
Atlas
good
feature
call.
centered around it. We wanted to add more things to find when exploring the Infinite Atlas. So, we've added these new abyssal ravines that can appear. Each map on the ravines has abysses in it, and as you complete each along it, the next map gets more and more rewarding as you push the Abyssal Legion back. When you reach the last map on the ravine, you'll have a guaranteed abyssal boss encounter. The Forbidden Rites event will not have Runes of Aldo content in each area. But fret not. Pharaoh, Danig, and Expedition content is still going to be available in the Atlas as core, and that includes standard leagues. You can now continue to find expeditions in-game, but from Act 4 onwards. In the endgame, expedition tablets will now be available, allowing for some new levels of investment into the league. Such as having 2 full expeditions in just one area,
What the hell?
alongside up to 2 standalone Remnant encounters. With tablet mods, you can now even get many sentries per expedition, resembling an almost sentry minion build as you run around and apply runic modifiers to monsters across the maps. The existing Runes of Eldar League will continue to run, so if you want to keep playing there, finishing your endgame and completing challenges, feel free to do so. So that's all our new content summarized for this Event League and 055 update. In case you didn't see it alongside Path of Exile 1's release for Curse of the Allflame, here's a reminder to check out our supporter packs and mystery box that release with it, which are now fully available for use in Path of Exile 2 as well. These include the Plague and Remedis supporter packs, and the Curse of the Allflame mystery box, with some epic items including armor sets, weapon skins, weapon effects, map devices, hideouts, a new tracking scroll, some otters, and much more.
Otters.
If you would like to purchase the Curse of the Allflame mystery box, it's available now through the in-game shop and Path of Exile 2 website. For more information, head to pathofexile2.com/mystery box for all the details. We'll also be releasing some cool new armor sets and skill effects alongside this release. Check these out. If you're interested, keep an eye out on the store with the new release. Thanks for your support. Now, we had originally thought we were going to deploy a much larger balance pass in this patch, but unfortunately, with all the other work going on for our 1.0 release, we were not able to get these changes ready in time. It's been a lot more work than we expected, so rather than deploy something substandard, we decided it would be better to take our time with the balance changes and just release the Event League anyway. All those balance changes that were slated for 055 will now be happening in 1.0 instead. The full release patch is shaping up to be a huge one, and if you haven't done so yet, you can acquire exclusive milestone rewards just by signing up at pathofexile2.com for the 1.0 full release. Also, we hope you join us for ExileCon on November 7th New Zealand time to see what else we've been cooking up. But in the meantime, we hope you enjoy the Forbidden
Go
Rites event,
pre-register I
which
did.
starts at the end of next week. See you in Rayclast.
Okay. So new league mainly it's just a little bit of event content, Abyss rework, and Runes of Aldur core. The trial as well.
Each map on the Ravines has abysses in it, and as you complete
Okay. Yeah, it's basically do challenges, maybe practice a league start. I think the balance changes not being here is sort of substantial because I feel like that would have been a lot more exciting to be like, oh, this skill got buffed. I want to try this skill. But I understand that there's so much to do here, so it's a little disappointing. You tried so many builds already, yeah. At most, this is like just try out some league start thing, right? Question is what though? And I don't think the challenges will be that bad. Pokemon, yeah, I never played that. I think I do want to practice a league start. I think for league start, I want to play Sork or Witch, ideally Witch, but I don't want to do ED Contagion. And I'm not expecting. Wait a second, I'm on semi-auto. I'm not expecting what's it called? I'm not expecting like new spells and stuff at the moment. So I might do a Navirus fracturing build just to test it out for league start. What are you guys gonna play? You're just gonna do Pokemon to speed run the challenge. I'm just gonna do Pokemon to speed run the challenge. Is it really that good? I don't know. I will say I'm a little worried about 1.0 balance. I think them doing some balance changes now would have been good. You haven't played the build yet? I'm not worried about 1.0 balance. It's going to happen. Things will change. No, I'm worried about... I'm not worried that it's... Like, of course it's happening and things will change. I'm worried that, like, some things will just be out of whack. That's the main thing. As long as Gemling is deleted. GTA extended look. Do we watch it, chat? Came out 1 hour ago. GTA extended look. I'm not a GTA person, but this is like a huge industry game. Wait a second. Is this gonna get muted on YouTube? Rockstar probably has licensed music. Okay, I don't want to deal with that actually. I lied. I don't want to deal with that. Of course it is. It will likely kill YouTube, yeah. Can you do my nightmares as well? No, I'm doing mine. I'm doing mine, and that's enough. Don't need to do no more. I never played a Huntress the last patch as well. Maybe we do that. I don't know. No, I think I want to do Niveau's Fracturing. I think. Do mine so I can test a gas jet phase? No, I gotta test a gas jet phase after I do my bar raids after these nightmares. We probably don't get another league as well, right? Another economy reset. This is probably it until 1.0. Da, 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 da. How many more do I have left? I thought I was almost done. This has got to be the last one. It is. Okay, there's one more after. One more after, and then we do bar raids, and then we go back to testing Augustia, probably. You still have like 500 to do? No, I'm done. Literally. We are done with the events. Wait, I gotta buy stuff. $500 of yours? No, I don't think so. Nice try, sorry. Try again. Rip bozo. I suppose I'll buy berries. Alright, we out. Now we're done. I just want to go home and then Gamba. In girls frontline.
That does sound fun. I've been trying to get Qingshao sword and Wuba on my part. I think we're on like 50 pulls or something. Do I have to clean my inventory again? It feels like it. The stream is buffering for you a lot. That's unfortunate. I'm not dropping any frames at the moment. Maybe try YouTube. Hydrate. How many Revan's weapons is too many, chat? You know, I should reduce these. They take so much room. What weapons am I uncapping? This is Revern's weapons. And you started doing M3, Lumi. You need 8 guns. Yeah, it takes a while. Realistically, I'll never need this many copies. But you know, the rare time Augustia sticks happen, it's nice having them around. Hydrate. Hello. Your class got cancelled. Unfortunate. Okay, light katana. Into the dagger. And then the dark staff. And then the harp. Okay, so that stash is sorted, sort of. Now inventory. Oh boy. Wait, why are you here? With these rewards, why are they just in my inventory? Anything cool in your PoEs? Some cool announcements, yeah. Why is this being marked? Fire Katana. It's not marked as auto though. What's happening there? We can help. It's just being selected. Is it because of that? Yeah, I think. No, but then it's not going to do any of them. I'm confused. Are you home now? Sleepy.
When's the next Hexa hunt? Do we want to do one today? Oh, I didn't want to get rid of the Spirit of Mana. How do I do this again? You want someone to do your host? My Odious tab is full now. I have to deal with it. Okay, it's literally just silly odious weapons now. When are we having a stream where you clean out your odious stuff? It's not great. Are these odious weapons strong? They are. What the hell is this? A sword? Okay. Hydrate, stand up. Let me do that.
Bro, this is getting rid of like 3 weapons at a time. Oh my god. What if we just make another stash for them? Okay, what if we say goodbye to all our Revans weapons, chat? We say goodbye to the Revans weapons. And then we can move our Celestial. Why do you keep them at all? Well, you see, Munching, there was a situation where we needed Agustia sticks. And me having the stash saved me from having to farm said Agustia sticks. You don't need those Mugen swords. Are you sure I don't need 1.5 pages of Mugen swords? Are you sure I don't need 2 pages of Mugen bows? Calling intervention. One day chat will learn that Mr. Streamer does stuff to just trigger them. I have no idea what you're talking about. You have like 5 of each awakening. You have like 5 of each awakening. So that means you're keeping 10 Revans weapons per element. Wait, no. How did I get to that math? 30. You're keeping 30 weapons. You only have 3 of each awakening. Maybe I'm a slacker. So if we did 30, then we're keeping 180 slots. But I guess we can minus any that are currently in our inventory. Now here's what I'll do. I'll make a selective decision based on what I already have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 swords here. I'll keep like maybe 2 more swords, and then we'll keep like 2 more bows. 2 swords, 2 bows. Two swords, 2 bows. reduce them and then sort them. I don't get it. Why would I do that? Okay, so we can reduce the rest of our swords. I'll put these on auto reduce from now on as well. All the awakenings are together. No. No, not doing that at the moment. Alright, how many katanas do I got? I don't really see myself needing more katanas. I'll keep 2. And then with one of those. Keep 4 of those. Should be enough. Alright, next. Sieg daggers. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep like 2. Sieg axe. Maybe like 3. Okay. Wind. Oh wait, no, I need to move. That's a lot of setes. I honestly don't know if I need more than that. I'll keep 2 for fun. Keep 2 of these. And then light katana. We've got 2 in inventory. One more for good luck. Thought I'd see more of the Mugen bow type ones, but I've never used them. Okay. Goodbye. Weapons. Revan's weapons here. Select the whole screen. Goodbyes. Did I not mark these? Free mats, yeah. Free mats that I've been keeping around. Alright, now we've just got celestial weapons, yeah. We could move these to elsewhere. This tab looks sort of empty. It's only 20 weapons. Let's move it. There's a lot of weapons here we can get rid of in the future as well. Yay, chat. We have successfully delayed our suffering until later. Isn't that just the best? Now that we have a dedicated another odious tab, we'll be fine. You know, I should split these by element. Although, so we'll put like... I wish I could put 3 elements here. I'll go fire, water, earth here. And then wind, light, dark here. Do fire, wind, light, earth, water, dark. I could do that. That's how I used to do my gacha tabs. And then I'm just gonna do this. Ready for Monster Hunter Wilds expansion. Notice 4. Fight against the dragon with new skills. Interesting. My sorting is just leaving it in the crate. A skill issue. You know what? I think I do want to do Fire, Wind, Light. Still have some PTSD from the Chikawa movie yesterday. PTSD. What on earth? Hmm. SR, it's not available in my region, Zynex. I can't play it. Muted, I was muted, thank you. I saw your Kezu thing munching. I also saw the 9% for Susia. Wind is gonna be last, unfortunately, probably. Alright. What should we do now, chat? We can test some Agastria phase after our bar dailies. What else? I still skip 50% with Hexatura. What the hell was that? Traffic. I skip 50% in Mugen. How does that work? Hit and quick summon at 52 and you just do enough damage to push to 25. Interesting. I finished Mortal Shell. Some patches fixed the bug issues. Unfortunately, endgame or final maps are very lacking, unpolished. Especially the final map and final boss is just purely bad. Okay. It's unfortunate. But I think the good thing about that game, at least from the outside perspective, without having played it, is that it was a big improvement over the first one. High Chaser is a lot. I can give the grid builder if you want to take a look. Sure, why not? I think the enemies are much harder than the bosses. Which shell did you use? I watched Iron Pineapple's video, and I think that covered a lot of the shells there. This is your grid. And you're saying your kidding happens at 52%-ish. You have more than enough damage to not need Maria. How fast is yours, Kira? Double Aqua Shed, yeah, I would change that personally. 856, okay. Oh no. 1024. 10. Okay, alright. Let's try it. What the hell is this? It's not MMT, right? Yeah, EMT is that, okay. Slow. What's slow? My one? I haven't updated mine for a while. Slow, both. What's yours? Share yours. This one. Have you tried this with Hexatura? It just makes it less tight. Okay, so it's better then. Have you tried with Octaviatura? No. You should try with Octaviatura and let me know. What's the skills here? High chase, is that Crest Discharge? I think it's Crest. Oh, it's Xenoglossia, okay. Can you stop using that skill? Cajun, get it. Get it. It's good. Double koi. Do I want double koi? Defense Europa? Ain't no way. How about I do that one instead? How important is Nemuria, Nico? Turn 3 should push 70 and turn 10 should push 50. Okay. You swapped it for Draconic. Hmm. Is that bloodshed artifact important? You need the EMP on. How many Uno setups do I have? I don't know, but this is going to probably break something else. We'll see. Is it okay if I leave Hexatura 3 off and they turn it on? Whatever. Okay, so Hexatura dies. Yeah, do I need Hexatura to consistently die? Yeah, Hexatura dies without bloodshed. Okay, right. I should just do Koi. We don't need the crit anyways. Okay, so the main thing right now is that I'm missing the defense. I'm not doing that though. Logia. Alright, let's try. Agent said I can probably use a mental break from this testing. Is that a yes? Or is that I don't want to think about anything? That is a yes? Okay. Alright, let's do this Mugen then. We'll have a read. I'm losing hair to this bullshit. I don't even know what you're testing at the moment, I'll be honest. You don't either. What's the alternate here? We could have got 5 skills there, right? Would that have mattered? This all started because I'm trying to figure out how attack down is actually applied in the damage formula. Frames. Oh.